Hey, what's up YouTube friends and family? It's Cousin Ryan, and today's 3D printing project, I'm going to do a Slimer. A large Slimer. Well, sort of large anyway. It's a model I found on Thingiverse created by MustangDave. MustangDave is a great name. Anyway, I will link this item, this Slimer, down in the description. Now, the longest print that I had done up to this point would be this bad boy right here. Every color you see was printed individually, including the body parts and everything, but the body itself took the longest. Now, I'm trying to remember. I think it was close to the 2-day mark for the body. Was it 17 hours? Shoot, I don't remember now. But Slimer, the Slimer model blown up to 200% is going to take a little over 2 days, and that will be the longest print that I've done up to this point. So I hope it works.
Shut up! You don't think Ryan is famous?
Cousin Ryan.
You gotta...
Alright, just over 24 hours and we're at 50% and it's looking pretty good. Little stringing, but I'm not worried about that.
Okay, so it turned out pretty good. Two thoughts here. The first being, I don't know if you guys can see it, but there is a dark band in the middle, like right in here, and I have no idea what would have caused that. It's a little bit disappointing. It's noticeable even when, even when this is glowing in the dark, but I don't know. But the print went really well. It went so well, in fact, that I immediately turned around and restarted another one in green. I'm not going to show you his face yet. We're going to wait till towards the end of the video. But anyway, sorry, I got something stuck in my mouth there. This will be a good opportunity on Amica. I don't know if you're watching this, but you had asked before, I believe, about support material, and I thought this will be a good chance to show exactly how the support material works and you know what it takes to remove it. All this stuff here you see is all support material that anytime something overhangs the print bed and needs to be printed up in the air, kind of like these arms don't touch the print bed. The support material needs to be created to hold that up because the printer can't print in midair, so it creates these little supports and bridges and things. I'm sure there's a more efficient way of doing this. I've heard of tree supports and stuff, and I'm just not there yet with my support technology or my knowledge or whatever you want to call it. So I thought we would start by removing some of this. A lot of it will come off fairly easy. Like a lot of it just kind of snaps off, and then some of it you need to cut off. We need to be really careful around Slimer's fingers because they tend to break off really easy. Yeah. Try to get this piece off here. Dang. See, and then it just comes off like that. Hopefully you don't lose anything important. Lots of pieces here. I'm going to try and cut between his fingers. Man, it makes me nervous. I know I broke fingers off of the smaller Slimer when I was doing this. These fingers are a little bit larger. There we go. Some more pieces off there. You can start to see his hand kind of appear there. I'm going to skip ahead to the eyes here. You can see, I don't know if you can see, there's some obstructions there with his eyes. I'm going to just take this screwdriver and kind of peel those out of there. Pick them out. There we go. Now the one problem with this is going to have to be dug out. And you know what? I'm going to show you this other Slimer here. I went ahead and painted his face similar to the real Ghostbusters Slimer. Went with the orange eyes and some purple gums and white teeth and everything. You can see here though what the difference is, and all that support material goes way back into his mouth. Now I don't know how necessary that support material was for that part of the model. I mean, I think it's pretty important. But what I did to get it out of this guy, stand him there next to Stay Puffed, I took a drill bit and kind of just went through, because you can see there's a lot of negative space in the mouth there. We won't hit anything vital, just to kind of break this up a little bit. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and work on this, and we'll come back when we're done, so you can kind of see the difference here, what the two models look like as far as with and without the support materials. Anyway, be back in just a minute. Okay, we're back with this guy. I actually had Slimer out there with me, and you can see he's a little more yellow than he was when we left. I had him in the sun. I don't know if you can tell there. He's green in the back because it's a little bit cooler, but this is some of that heat sensitive PLA. I was just trying to use it up, but I thought that was a cool way. I kind of like it this way because it gives him a little more shading and things with the color difference. Anyway, okay, I got to admit, one of my flaws is I get impatient. And I start to break things when I get impatient. Not out of anger, but just out of getting sloppy because I start to rush through things. I took my time and meticulously pulled the support material out of this Slimer, and I think that used up my patience in regards to this. So I started rushing through this, and I busted a little piece out of the corner of his mouth there. And I also, when I was using the drill to get some of that stuff out, I went right through his tongue. So I think what I'm gonna do with this guy actually is paint his face and his mouth just like I did this one, and I will fill that tongue in. But let that be a lesson I'll never learn. Be patient and take your time, because it ends up creating more work for yourself in the long run, and I've struggled with that my whole life. That's just how I am, and you would think I would learn, but I haven't yet. And anyway, but I think this will look cool painted up anyway, and if it doesn't, we can always print out another one. I mean, what's 2 days to print out something, right? Anyway, enough talking. Let's paint this up, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I just put a quick little paint job on his face there. Did the same exact thing that I did here. Went with the orange eyes and purple gums and pink tongue and all that stuff. I didn't bother filling the holes in his tongue. I actually thought in the future maybe that would be a good like mounting post for I don't know, some food or something. Put a cigar in his mouth. I don't know. But so I left those unfilled and just went ahead and painted it anyway. I'm still a little bit disappointed that for some reason this section printed much darker. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it is cause to possibly attempt this again. But I don't know. I got to get better at like appropriate support material instead of just laying it out everywhere, because it is an absolute hassle getting it out of his mouth, and that's not something I would really, look forward to doing again. But anyway, here's my 2 3D printed Slimers. They're at 200% of the original file I downloaded on Thingiverse by MustangDave, and this one's actually a little bit lighter. I was running short on green, so I printed it at 5% infill instead of 10% like this one, and it's noticeable. Like, you can feel the difference. Anyway, I guess that's it. I've got nothing else to say about this for today, other than thank you as always for hanging out, and I hope you enjoyed kind of joining me on this journey of 3D printing some Slimers and painting them up. But hope you all are doing well, and I'll talk to you soon. Hey Rye, you really won a lot of stuff there. What'd that cost?